he is the mandatory challenger for the WBA title. So he is in line to fight for the heavyweight championship. These fights is not a matter of if it happens, it's just when. It's just about timing.
Well, we want to fight him.
Yeah, of course, because it gives you good respect in your industry. You beat the right people, the world will watch.
AJ, you've been thrashing everybody inside the distance, no problem. 18-0, 18 knockouts. Vlad's got a litany of experience.
Yeah.
If he extends you into the later rounds, how's your fitness? Are you ready to go all 12 of them?
Yeah, you got to remember, even though we get knockouts and so on, I'm not saying that they're world beaters, but I'm never going to training and say, right, we'll have a 20-minute training session because we're going to do 2 rounds.
Sure.
You know, we train like rounds upon rounds. So yeah, if it's 12 rounds, I train for that all the time. I know there's nothing like experiencing it in the ring, but I do train for a long duration of fight for sure. So
Yeah,
no problem.
the Dillian White fight was a good example. You started off strong.
No, I just hate Dylan. That's all it is. That's see how you write so Fury? I write that down. That wasn't me for me. That was just me and Dylan having a street fight.
Yeah.
So that wasn't like started. We just wanted to fight. That wasn't a boxing.
And that was an exciting action fight.
Yeah.
Are you prepared to bring that to Vladimir?
Like South versus North. We don't get along like that.
Yeah.
90,000 tickets sold at the Wembley. What do you say to those fans who are so supportive of this fight?
Unbelievable. I think when I started boxing, like in my little local gym, as I said, for me, I was happy just staying out of trouble and just like fighting and actually being able to call myself a boxer, because I remember many of us were training and like some of the boys had all the equipment and they'll say, oh yeah, I'm a boxer. You know, when the girls would ask you, I'm a boxer. So when I started fighting, I was just happy to say I could actually box because I've had a fight. And then next minute, we're here in front of 90,000 people. Just show the people that anything's possible, man. You know, a little bit of luck, hard work, anything's possible. And England is a small place. So I think this could definitely be replicated a number of times by many of the youths coming up. So yeah, that's all I can say is that keep on supporting grassroots sports, man, because if you want to see more events like this, they've got to stick with boxing for a long time.
Fighters, especially champions, they don't like to look toward their next fight. But after this, will you be willing to fight with all the other champions in the division?
100%. 100%.
AJ, with the age gap, how much of a fan were you with Wladimir Klitschko?
Yeah, man. Like people, you know, what I used to say is that, like, used to be like, oh, he's boring. I said, well, but why don't all these fighters beat him then? Do you know, like when they used to say, oh, he's not doing his thing, and I said, well, if you've got an opportunity to fight the man, beat the man, and you make it entertaining. So I just thought that whatever he was doing in the ring was effective. And I looked at it. I went to the camp, I looked at it again, and I didn't think he'll be here now, but he is, and we're fighting.
Was there any fight of his that stood out that made you a fan when you were younger? Or were you ever rooting against him?
No. Just the whole package. It's not one defining fight. I just think that longevity. I just said it's like I just looked at how he was effective, because everyone will complain that he's boring, but I just didn't understand how come none of the exciting guys could beat him. So I just really, rather than just being like, oh, he's a knockout artist, I just watch, just study him more so than be a fan of him.
Anthony, from the point that you say you were just proud to call yourself a boxer,
did
you think you'd be at where you are today in boxing?
No. But don't stop, man. Don't stop. Nah. Yeah, like it's good, it's fun, it's nice, you know, we're traveling and my cousins and my family enjoy it as well.
Everybody with you?
Don't stop here. I think like you got guys like Mayweather and the greats that come before that really like set the bar high. So even though we do this, I'm gonna have to do this for many a years. So it's great, but I'm not like overexcited because I know I'm gonna have to be on this journey for a long time.
AJ, you still fighting for...
turning point for you? When did you realize that you were on that path?
A few times, but I remember 2011 when like I got kicked off the amateur squad because I was getting into all sorts of shit, and I sat down with my boys and I said, you know what? I said I had a dream that like there's a big light and it was like fog, and I couldn't navigate to that light. And I said to my boys, I said, you know what? I said, I think I'm gonna do this boxing thing. You know? So I think I can make it in this boxing thing. They said, shut up, man. Like, what are you boxing for? I said, nah, I think I can do it, and I just kind of stuck with my guns, and that's what I said. I was true to myself. I said, you know what? I think I can make something out of this boxing. You know, I'm doing all right. And I was like, yeah, it's good, but back then boxing wasn't popping. I was like, why do you want to be a boxer for? But it was just like the boys in the gym would all link up, go out after, you know, the amateur stuff. We were just having fun. So I just enjoyed it, but I actually like fighting and traveling. So I said I want to make it in this boxing, and I thought that's the time when it changed for me.
Speaking of enjoying,
You've sparred with him in the past.
Yeah.
What do you take out of this session that can help you in this fight?
I don't want to say it too loud.
But obviously, it was.
Gotta get yours in there.
You took something out of it.
Yeah.
And talk about enjoying hanging with the crew. What does Anthony Joshua enjoy outside of boxing?
Man, many. I like motorbikes. Do you know what it is? Is we have fun. Like me and you were to roll out, we would just catch jokes. You said it's like that energy. I'm just around good people. Not because of boxing. I'm just around good people. So that's what I enjoy, living. Look at life. Just live life, innit? That's the main thing.
AJ, you've been used to fighting in front of 18,000 or so at the O2, great crowds.
Yeah.
Now you're fighting in a proper football stadium.
Yeah.
90,000.
Yeah.
When you step into the tunnel before the fight starts, you're gonna hear that crowd roar.
It's gonna be different.
Are you able to separate your emotion from what you got to do physically in your ring, or do you integrate the two together? How's that work?
You have to integrate the two. I'll use too much energy trying to, you know what I mean? Just natural, just let it all just flow, whatever, no problem. I've got to get to that ring, and that's all that matters.
You're going to see a sea of people in that football stadium. It's going to be nothing like you've ever seen before. Your heart may start racing, and you're in the ring with one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
So, if I ain't doing it, someone else will be, and you'll be asking them the same question. So I'm just going to do it the way I do it. That's all. And then it could be me, it could be you on this side, and I'll be asking you that question. You'll just say, I've got to deal with it the best way possible.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no problem. And I know this is going to happen, so when it happens, I'm not going to be like, shit, I didn't prepare. We're talking about it 3 months before, so I mentally know that this is what's going to happen. So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Subconsciously you think, all right, cool, I've already planned for this. It's no problem.
To your credit, even at your young age, you're able to fight in front of the 18,000 at the O2. Remain very cool in the ring, so you're able to translate that over.
Once that first round goes, you loosen up. You know what I mean?
Maybe even the walking music, right? Get you loose.
Get the crowd crazy.
Yeah. What are you gonna pick out?
Huh?
You know what you're gonna pick out yet for that fight?
I don't know. Maybe a performer, 2-part. I don't know.
Have you had any relationship with your countryman Lennox Lewis at all?
Yeah, when I was going to turn pro, I went to Montego Bay to try and get some advice. And early on, when I wanted to turn pro, I just sat down with him and picked his brain about the pros and the decisions and what he wants to do in boxing and stuff. So yeah, I had some good talks with him.